we are going to learn Battle of Blenheim by Robert Southey. The Battle of Blenheim, which is also known as After Blenheim, is a 1796 poem. It is in a form of a ballad. And it offers deep insights into war and its consequences. And this poem has been widely interpreted as a work of anti-war sentiment. The poem begins with old Caspar and his grandchildren Peterkin and Wilhelmine sitting in front of the cottage, and Peterkin finds a skull near the rivulet. And old Caspar says that it is the skull of a fellow soldier who fell in a great victory. Old Caspar says whenever he plows the ground, he finds thousands of skulls. He says that he doesn't know the reason behind the war, but it was the English that defeated the French. Caspar says his father lived at Blenheim and his dwellings were burned down by the enemies, and they were about to flee the place to save themselves. Many women died, and the stillborn and newborn children also died in the battle, and it is usual in the battlefield. Many dead bodies lay rotting in the sun, and it was one of the shocking sights at that point of time. His granddaughter says that it is a wicked thing, but the old Caspar says that it was a famous victory. Old Caspar praises Duke of Marlborough and Prince Eugene for their victory. This poem of Southey doesn't directly engage with the historical details of Battle of Blenheim, but focus rather on its fading memory in the mind of an old man, Caspar. The figures of speech used in this poem are refrain and apostrophe. Refrain is the repetition of words, phrases, line or few lines at the end of the stanza. Just check the last two lines of each stanza. The lines are repeated. After Charles II of Spain died without an heir, King Louis XIV's grandson acceded the throne under the name Philip V. This started a war between Austria and France, with the former accusing the latter of unfair power grab. Subsequently, most of Europe was put into war, including England, on the side of Austria. So what we learn from this poem is that this poem depicts the ignorance of a common man about casualties of war and its pointless grandeur of it.